have to click that. You could just right click there and get it. And this has my original travel box. It's very cool. I don't really think there's anything else in here mostly that I need to talk about. This was my original Sercacraft shulker ender chest thing, I think, where I just stored all these stuff in my ender chest and just forgot about them pretty much. And this spawns an 11 by 9 by 5 TNT, pretty much slab, pretty much. I was having a lot of fun with my original area in 1.15 where I was just throwing those down and just building a giant chasm. And then this pretty much is almost a replica of that, just on the right side. Except for this gives you the experimental arrow and the nuke. I'm not going to launch this, but this is pretty much what it does. It's very annoying. And of course this is the right storage area. That's pretty much the only difference. And the upper area is practically the same. And all that stuff. This is also the exploration. Is this the one, or is this not the one that I'm thinking of? Ah, yes, this is where I stored a bunch of the, like, special, what's it called? Like, other people's maps, items. So I have the 1 block dungeon and the Voyage Adventure box. And we have a map barrel, so this is where I keep buried treasure map, ocean, and woodland. And a bunch of experimental arrows already pre-spawned in, so I don't have to do it. I think this one is the, yeah, it's pretty much the same. And this has a bunch of buff boy potions. I think these don't have anything of significant value, yeah. And that's pretty much that. The last area that we need to go through is this. So this is what I mean. So this is the original area. Since I can actually damage this, I don't think there's anything else in here. I think I added these barrels in the last second, so that, yeah, this probably has a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah. So this teleports you out. This, I believe, gives you a button, so that you can, gives you the right number of buttons to, so that you can be able to activate every command block that's within here. So that's pretty cool. So over here we have the raid killer. I can actually show you the command for it. So this is the command. So let's go down the list of everything that it excludes. Come on. Are you kidding me? Whatever. So this excludes bees, hopper minecarts, horses, wandering traders, snow golems, villagers. We have to actually activate. We actually have to have it as villagers because I would be nearest villager house pretty much. Skeleton horses, paintings. Don't really want to break paintings now, do we? Item frames, because I use item frames here. Iron golems. And player. Okay, so I guess I didn't actually add wolves. I thought I did. Huh, I thought I did add wolves. Oh, I did. Wolf. And hopper, minecart, and bee, yeah. Because I had to add bee because of that fact. I don't think I added cats for some reason. I don't know why. So this will pretty much kill all of the ones that are not on that list. So whatever's not on that list will die. That list is just to tell the game, do not kill those, but kill everything else. So I'll definitely refine that list to add cats and all that stuff. This one right here will teleport, as I said, every item to you. So that's self-explanatory. I called it the item magnet. And this will actually scan local entities so you can actually see where everything else is. So that's pretty much everything in this front area. So let's get back to the back area where we get to the big bread and butter of this entire sort of thing. So this area has 3 entrances. It's got this one right here, and it's got this sign over here, and it's also got this area over here. The bottom area is not really too big of a thing, but this is the big area. So this has a elytra booster. It's the same as the other one, and this has a bunch of other stuff in here. So this has all of this. And this actually isn't the full secret area. This actually has 2 extra secret areas. So this has a side area over here, I believe, which has, yeah, this has a bunch of stuff that I've actually created. So, this has all of my one area from my, I don't know what it was, my first pretty much Minecraft world on YouTube, and this has also my second world on Minecraft YouTube. So, pretty self-explanatory for that one. This has my third series on YouTube, and this is a world I created a long time ago. I think I was playing it with friends a long time ago, and we named it Corrales. No relation to the actual Minecraft YouTuber Corrales. So, yeah. This is pretty much the creation I was talking about. This was a creation I created a few years ago. It is literally a mountain house that I spent a lot of time and effort doing. And just so you guys know, I literally spent a lot of time and effort making that this mountain, pretty much, because it is a mountain, as like detailed and as amazing as possible. And by amazing, I mean like have a bunch of like functions within it that I literally don't even have the inspiration to build anything anymore. Literally, this is the last thing. Mount Ridge Gym is literally the last thing that I actually created before I stopped just having the inspiration to create anything anymore, because I've already poured so much effort into making that mountain looking like pretty cool looking. And not only that, just pouring in a bunch of like what would be really cool to add, like a kitchen kind of thing, and I don't know, just an obsidian's like generator kind of thing. So I pretty much created a lot of stuff within that mountain that I sort of just lost the inspiration to create anything anymore. So yes, that's why you're gonna see something like this, or not even just this, but like what was the other one? Like a Voracle, or even like the small aircrafts are pretty much for this kind of build. Yeah, and this has a bunch of generating of ores kind of thing. Yeah, that was just for single player though, not for multiplayer. So when we go down here, you'll see that we have a 5 shulkers, pretty cool, and we also have a trapdoor here. We'll excuse that for a second. So where this is actually located is that it's located really close to the side. Did we go to this one yet? Yeah, we did. Okay, so I just got to remember that one. So we got to go to this one. So this one right over here, it has random junk in it. It just has random stuff in it. This has an extra bunch of shulker boxes, yeah. And this is actually something that I wanted to mention as well. So when we first put this server as 1.15, I was the discoverer of bees within it. So I was able to pretty much store all my bees in here. And when I was experimenting on single player to find out if you can actually contain bees within this, pretty much a beehive, and have 3 bees and see if you can actually collect it, you can. But the problem with that is that the beehives don't stack like this. This is because I shift clicked it, or alt or control and middle clicked kind of thing, and did that. That's pretty much it. And then this just pretty much just has a bunch of random materials from an area that I wasn't, from my old smelting area that I just didn't really pay attention. And this has a bunch of tools in it, pretty much, and that's it. So I'll go through a spectator mode just to show you guys all of that, pretty much. But now we're going to get to the big, large storage area that's actually within this entire thing. So if you guys think that this is huge, or even upstairs, this is actually big. And plus, I made sure that this looked really, really nice too. Over here, we have a giant under area specifically just for certain materials. This was like where I put a lot of my effort into. And this is probably the reason why I don't like building new things on Minecraft. Because as soon as I build something new, I have to pretty much do this. So I had to do this. So I built this because I think it was 1.14 or 1.15 that did this. where you can actually do crouching sort of like this. So I just decided that, hey, I'm going to go and end up using it as a crawl space. I think this was made in 1.14, I think, but I never actually applied it until 1.15. So I did it for this area because this actual craft can actually support this, whereas the one that I was using before couldn't. Decided to just use it here. There's actually a smaller version of that over here. So this is sort of up to date to 1.16, not completely, but sort of. And yeah, this has a campfire and all that stuff, but over here is where we get towards the amazing part about this. So this is the lodestone where all of those pretty much compasses are connected to, and this actually has same thing, but it also has every command sign box that I think this one is just anything that can be just tapped and it does something. This will actually spawn items. This will, I think it's just normal command blocks. Yeah, it's just command blocks. And this one is just command items, so command blocks that add items to the thing, and that's pretty much it. Nothing really too much else here. And there's nothing, there's literally no other secrets. Like this is just a separate one that's only conjoined because of this. That's it. And this doesn't really have much, I think, in it, right? Yeah, it doesn't really have much of anything in there. Yeah, this mostly has everything. This does that one. That side doesn't have anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All the command signs are pretty much just as basic as the other one. But now we get towards the cool part of this build. The cool area, pretty much. So if I were to take off this map and this end frame and put a button here. I'll grab a stone button. Okay. And if I were to right click it, it's automatically removed. And then we just do this, and it removes them all. Look at that. Clean. Almost like I never even had the ship on here. So, what you just saw was a command block that replaces everything in that area with air, which is better than it just saying that it breaks the blocks. Because when you have the game saying that it's going to break those blocks, what happens is that it literally does end up breaking those blocks. Which, if I were to have done that, we would have had a giant mess, a giant pile of items scattered firmly on the ground. And it would have created a huge, huge mess that somebody would have to clean up. More importantly, me. I would have to end up cleaning it out and making sure that nobody else is experiencing lag and all that stuff. So that's why I decided to sort of change that. I think I changed it during, in between version 1.14 and 15. I think I decided to find that. And yeah, this is vertical. I really like it. It's very simple. It's very spacious. You know, it's very, very big. It's also very modest in its design as well. You know, it's not too horrible looking. And yeah. I really do like it. The only thing that I'm really still sad for that it's not actually out in Minecraft, and I feel like it should, is you can put slabs on the side. So it can act like a real wall. So instead of having it like on the top here, it would be flat on the side. So it would be like just pretty much take this little half off of the thing and call it a slab. The end. Then the back here would look 10 times better, but it's fine. It's fine like that. I don't know. I just find that it would look a lot better. So this is pretty much my new vehicle that I'm going to be running around with for 1.16, and probably for the future. But I think for the future, what will probably end up happening is that for random chests, like this one, and maybe this one. Maybe I'll keep the vertical compass, I think. So like all that stuff kind of thing will be sort of emptied into what I called that thing, which I think I called it Razabase. Yeah, Razabase. So Razabase will pretty much contain everything from Oracle for this sort of version, and for future versions kind of thing, it'll probably just be stored there, or I'll probably just store it in a random thing that I have that I call it, literally I call it crate, and what it is it's just literally 8 barrels with, I think it's got trapdoors on the side of each and every one, so it looks really nice. So it's pretty, like, nice looking. And I'll probably just end up storing it there and just keeping it there until I decide to, see if I can store it in the base or even store it in the base kind of thing. But I'll probably just end up keeping it in a crate for a long time. And, yeah. So, I'm sorry for the rambling of this sort of session. I pretty much had nothing planned. And as I've stated earlier, I have no motivation to build anything new in this game. I don't know what it is. As I said, I think it's Mount Ridge Dam. It took a lot out of me. Like, if you guys really want, I don't mind showing it off, but it's from 1.12. Because I have no inspiration to end up improving it any further until I think it's MC Edit and ends up updating itself into 1. I think they've been planning it to be updated to 1.13 for about 2-3 years now, and it's still not out yet. So I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow, I'll actually do something. We'll probably just try and find a, I don't know, random dungeon or something like that. And yeah, that'll be it for today. Tomorrow we'll do that.